Hey guys, what's up? So it's gonna be really fun. I am here with my boy Mac. Hey Mac, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
We're good. Okay, so I met this guy during Ohio. I really do like mix up Iowa and Ohio now. It's really bad, but in Columbus and everything. While I know me and the rest of the crew were there supporting Andrew and the rest of the Yang gang, and it was super fun. And we're just gonna like talk about some random stuff, get to know each other, talk about our future plans in November especially, and why we love Andrew and just all that fun stuff. So I can't wait. Okay, so first of all, when I met you in Ohio, I literally thought that you were working for the campaign because like when you were right on there, I was like, oh my god, they were really like stepping it up. Because when me and Fred, because it was a whole thing. So I was driving and well, not drive, but I was riding with Fred in this truck. It was me, Sola,
Mhm.
and Fred. So we were like there and getting in the restaurant was like a challenge because like it's a huge freaking truck. And so
Yeah.
we had to make sure like traffic like we can go in and like all the stuff. So we were outside in the freezing cold for like 20 minutes trying to get him in.
Yeah. What time did you end up getting there? Because I literally met Boyce.
Boys,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I met Boyce and I recognized him from one of Fred's videos. And I was like, wait a minute.
Yes.
At first, I thought he was Fred for a split second. I don't know why. But I was like Fred. He goes, no, Boyce. I was like, wait, oh, you're Fred's friend. And he goes, yeah. And I'm like, oh man, that means Fred's not here, is he? And he goes, no, Fred's gonna be here. And I had never met Fred. This is my first time going out. And I was like, I'm gonna meet Fred and Yang. Like, awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, we make sure that we get there. But yeah, so Voice is like he's our guy. He's the person that kind of brings us all together. And when I met him first, I didn't know who he was either, just back in Detroit. But I remember, oh yeah, I've seen this guy's like videos like once or twice about Yang and stuff. And I was like, oh wow, he's really, really cool. But yeah, so we got to that event like 6:20, I guess. That's when we actually like went in.
Mhm.
So we spent like legit like we got there around like 6 p.m. when it was supposed to start. But when we got in there, people were like waving. Like he was getting his interview with Wolf. So people were like waving on the outside of the room and everything. I'm like, what's going on? And they were like, oh my god, he's got an interview with Wolf. I'm like, oh, that's sweet. So everybody was freaking out then. That was really nice.
I was actually in the
Yeah.
very front there, and I heard all that scream behind me. Like, what is going on behind me? It's like everyone's looking in the front. Everyone's looking in the front, like the podium, like yeah, like waiting for Yang to come out. And all of a sudden, like we're seeing cheering, and I look behind me, then I look forward, and like that projector screen that was in front of us had Yang's broadcast, and then I saw the mass skateboard, and I because pre this I met this girl named Emily, and
Yes,
she said
I
about
know
how her
her.
and her boyfriend were volunteering, and pre all this happening, I met him, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna have Yanks on my skateboard," and the skateboard said math on it. And then I look at the projector screen, and I see that guy. I see him waving his math skateboard in the background of that interview, and I'm like,
Wonderful.
"That's behind me!" I'm freaking out.
That's so cool. When did you get there?
I was at Starbucks at like 5 o'clock.
Oh my gosh.
I was killing some time with Emily, and then like
Right.
30 minutes till we walked over, and we kind of got there a little bit early. That's why like when I started my live stream on my Facebook, it was like almost looked like almost dead in there, but then it filled
Right.
up really fast.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's so cool. Yeah, so that night, I mean, I was just blown away by like, the energy. It was like it seemed like a mixed bag because you could tell there was some like really like fancy high-end people that were there, like probably like his big donors and stuff. And then you could tell that it was just like the muggles like us that were just like
Muggles.
freaking out and like going crazy. So I really do enjoy that dynamic. Anytime I go to like a Yang event, really it's so diverse all around, and I just enjoy it so much. And people are pretty much like really happy, and they're very like open and
I
accepting.
feel I feel the energy was extremely high that day because everybody did not expect Yang to get that much speaking time, and not
Yeah,
only that, didn't expect like the jabs at Warren and Bernie.
yeah. We were
So
waiting
like
for that for
everyone
so
was
long.
like, and then obviously like Fred's call out at the end, like it was just
icing on the cake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So like everybody had like everybody walked in that room like, oh my gosh, Yang did a phenomenal job that day.
Yeah, it was just it blew my mind. Like I really thought he would get like 3 minutes and that's it. And then even worse, I thought that even Tom Steyer would get more time than him. I was like, they're gonna make this guy like prop up this guy, but
Mm-hmm.
no, like it. I was freaking shocked when they came to Yang when it came to like
Automation.
finding like when it came to all that he didn't have to really interject. He did a few times, which I feel like he definitely like has like a coach or like he has a couple of people that he hired that like taught him, hey, like this is not an actual debate, this is like a freaking like a war zone, this is how you have to. So he really did earn a lot of speaking time through like him just like pushing through. And I was watching Scott Garabay's video and he's like, yeah, like because Scott great guy, I met him in the Philly rally, but he really enjoys like Yang's like kind of peaceful, like, listen, I'm gonna follow the rules, I'm gonna do what I do in the base and then we'll see how it goes. But he really does have to go a little bit more aggressive, and I think it paid off. I think like he knows how to balance like actually being himself and then going really hard. So I think it paid off. And yeah, him when I was with, so basically me and like the rest of them, Fred, Boyce, all those people, we were in the Ohio Democratic Watch Party, and
The
very, very.
official, was it the official one, or was it like just like with the public Yang gang?
It was the official one. So this is
Gotcha.
like the one that the Ohio Democrats host. Very like up, very freaking fancy, very stuffy, right? But we love to go to those ones because it's like we want to show like, yeah, like Gang has supporters. Like you freaking
Mhm.
watch out, okay? And it's fun. So when we were there, and I was with Fred, and at near the end, like apparently he you probably heard this, but he knew like, listen, like I think during this question he's gonna call out truckers. Not even him. He thought he was just gonna call out
Yeah.
truckers. But
Wasn't
who?
wasn't there a video? I remember him like taking off like his hat and was like going like freaking out like
When
when
he
they
said it,
yeah.
yeah, I think Kai and Tom and a couple of people got that moment. Yeah, because he was definitely freaking out. Like he, even though he knew that it was coming, like when Yang actually said Fred, I blacked out. I was like, oh my god, and like we're all like, oh my, and then he put on the bobblehead and everything. I'm like,
Was
these people in there must hate us because we are just freaking out.
was that in the Democratic after party debate that we were both at, was the moment that Yang got up the podium and said like, hey, and I mentioned Fred at the debate, like, Fred, where are you? And Fred was behind me. Was that the first time they talked after that happened?
Yes.
That was beautiful because
Yeah.
I could tell that was really there was a lot of passion behind both their interaction. And like you said, I made my way to the front and no one stopped me.
I
This YouTuber with 100 maybe subscribers, first time ever going to a political debate. This is like, hey, I'm gonna weasel my way to the front and hope no one says anything.
I know,
I just
right?
crouched down there, and like people like look at me and they're like it was so funny because like I was like sitting in something next to photographers, and even like
Yeah.
them were like,
Yeah. That's
like
a
okay, I guess I'm cool.
listen, that's like a life lesson. It's like, listen, sometimes you have to make your opportunities and just kind of think until you make it. It's like, I mean, I'm here, like I'm supposed to be here, yeah, and then go for it. That's good, honestly. It's really fun because Yang's at a point, I mean, he's getting like very, very popular. So he's like reaching like celebrity status very fast. But he's not like to the point where like he has like bodyguards like all around him. And
Here's
he's pretty open still.
and I did a thing on Facebook where I did like a social experiment. I don't know if you've seen on my Facebook, but on my Facebook I did an experiment. I said
Ooh.
something along the lines of, because I post like all Andrew Yang stuff on my Facebook, but I was like, if you like support Andrew Yang because of me and you did the research because you heard about him from me, like heart react to status. If you heard me talk about him but you're still not sure you voted for, do like a wow react. And actually, I mean, I had like I think up to where I stopped counting with 6. So like I'm taking that as a win. But there was a ton of wow reacts, and from even like my own personal work, people have heard about him. But I think we're at the stage currently where he's starting to become a household name, but it's not yet become a good household name. It's still in that that stage of denial and stuff that like us Yang gangers go through. Like
Yeah.
that stage
7
one and two.
stages.
It's
Yeah.
becoming a household. He's becoming a household name now more and more, but we still are. He's a household name at stage 1 and 2. That's
Yes.
kind of where I feel we're at right now with Yang.
Yeah. I know all my family members know about him, you know,
What a host, though.
yeah, it's like, so it's like, that's how we do it. And it's good. I think, yeah, I think we are at that point where like people are like, oh, I've heard about him. Like even when I go out, like we went to our last day after the fundraiser and everything, me and a couple other people, we went to Scotty's Cafe. Have you heard of that place? Oh, apparently like it's in Columbus, and apparently it's like voted as like the #1 like French toast place to go to and in the country. Like this guy, like a lot of even like Donald Trump has gone there. And we talked to the actual guy, Scotty, that's that runs the restaurant. Really good. It's a really great place. But even people there, like when we had like our merch on, like I had my math shirt on, and some like older gentleman, white, he asked like, "Oh, is this like what does that mean?" And I'm like, "Oh, well, it's Andrew Yang. I'm for president." And I did the whole thing, and he was like, "Oh, I've heard of him. Yeah, I think I remember him. He's seen some. Oh, I think he watched the actual debates, and he said, yeah, him and Tulsi are the only people that I kind of even like were interested in." I'm like, yes. And he said, "Oh, I thought you were probably like a math teacher during that, but now I know that's Andrew Yang's thing." I'm like, got him. So
And,
like people are recognizing it. Yeah.
I was gonna say, after that status I posted, there was a few people who were giving me like, I know they were both Bernie supporters, and this is coming from a Bernie supporter, converted Bernie supporter.
Yeah.
But they were at the point where like, yeah, I know Andrew Yang, but like his only big policy is like the freedom dividend and the $1,000 a month, or like, he's doing nothing for the equality divide. And I was like, I wish you guys actually took the time to watch this podcast because we go over all of this. And that's what I mean. Like he's more of a household name, but it's all this common misconceptions right now. So
yeah, and that I will have to blame like our mainstream media for that, because they really only do just talk about like him and his UBI. He doesn't have enough time to delve into the bigger picture of why he's focusing on that. It's just.
Do you remember the Hill debate where that one girl came on, was like, "Oh, he's a one policy candidate."
Yeah, the Warren supporter. Yeah.
Oh, that bothered me so bad.
Yeah, it really is like unfortunate, and it just shows. It's kind of it's encouraging because it's now I know that okay, if they look into him more, they would definitely like him more. However, we're getting to the point where like time is like
Right.
running short. We have 100 days left into Iowa, so we really like. I hope people, and I think people will start to look into everybody a bit more. I mean, it's hard because there's so many people still running. It's ridiculous.
I've always argued that the longer Yang stays in, I mean, obviously the better chance he gets, but like I think his momentum will always rise at a more rapid rate the more you see people drop out, and we really haven't seen people drop out yet. And I think what Castro just said, if he doesn't meet like 800K, he's dropping out. Like
800. What do you mean? Like 800? Followers?
No, like fundraising, like his next fundraising.
Oh, fundraising. Oh, that's interesting.
I think, yeah, I just read an article today that said like he'd be dropping out if he didn't meet like a certain requirement. I think
I see.
Yeah, in terms of like donations and stuff like that. Yeah,
yep.
I mean, him and Corey are like on the
break
line.
And Beto should be like really not that far behind either.
Yeah,
because he hasn't made it to. Oh, sorry.
I can tell you from like when I visit my hometown for work, I can tell you from like their experiences, they all hate him. Like,
which person?
Every one of them hate Beto O'Rourke. Like,
really?
Even my own brother.
Because the gun thing. Yeah.
I remember my own brother sharing something like a video that was like anti-O'Rourke because like he's so anti-gun about like the second when I was watching that third Democratic debate, and he's like, "Yeah, we'll take you AK-47s." I was like, "Oh, he just
You
did himself
knew.
in."
You knew.
I'm like, yeah, I'm like, oh, he just did a political suicide on his campaign right there.
Yeah, like Eric Swalwell was also writing on that same thing, like gun control. And it's like he dropped out, you know. It's like, I mean, Eric sucked anyways, but like clearly that doesn't really work if you just focus on gun control.
Oh no.
Oh my god, yeah, I don't even think Beto has made it into the November debates. I really don't think so. I think right now it's I know there's 8 still.
There's 8, yep. That's hold on a second. I want to try to remember.
You want to try?
Biden, Warren, Sanders,
yep.
Yang, Pete,
yep.
Kamala,
yep,
and is it Klobuchar? No, wait.
Yes, she did.
Klobuchar.
There's another one.
That's 7.
Yeah.
Oh my. I know Tulsi didn't make it.
Wait a minute, let me double check this. But let me know when. I do know one that you haven't mentioned. But let me double check here to make sure I'm not tripping.
Did Corey make it?
I don't think so.
I was like, I remember the email saying Cory Booker was having a tough time. Like,
but there's a person that I know it's either Klobuchar or Booker's in there, but there's another person.
What? Okay, I know Tom Steyer ain't buying his way to the next one.
He's in it. Yeah.
Oh wait, he is.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah. That was a joke. He bought himself. Okay.
No, he really made it again into the November debates. I think he did it before Yang. Honestly, it's just like crazy as fuck. Hey, let me see here. So November qualifiers. Let me double check here. Okay, so this is 9 hours ago. So let me screen share this. So this is definitely updated. Okay, so let's see here. Kevin School. Thank you, Kevin. Okay. So we have Biden. Yep. Oh, Booker did make it. Okay.
He did?
Yeah. Oh, Klobuchar is the one that didn't. I knew it was either one of them. So Booker, Buttigieg, Harris.
I'm actually more upset that Klobuchar didn't. Or
really?
I would have rather had Klobuchar over Broker because obviously Klobuchar doesn't stand a chance against him.
I know.
I mean, she acts tough on stage like she can, but like when it comes to like policy, like she really can't argue.
No, I really don't even know like any of her policies at all.
Booker was it Booker or somebody else that said he would be for UBI? Like, I know Castro said something about it.
God, I think Booker or Castro did one of those, but then I know Booker. It was funny how it went down because they were asking about. They moved on to another topic, but Booker was like, "Wait a minute, let's go back to this UBI shit, okay? like, wait a minute." And that I know that's when he brought up like the 15 minimum wage thing that he thinks that we should raise the 15 minimum wage, which is just like ridiculous.
I literally had a conversation with somebody today about.
You did? That is just the most exhausting thing, right? Because you understand where they're coming from, but it's just like
I used to support it, so like.
Yeah,
okay. But the thing is, I wasn't as educated when I was a Bernie Sanders fan. I was more emotionally driven on Bernie Sanders, not logically driven on Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, I get.
So
most people are like that. I wasn't for it because I had a friend that he actually did educate me on this. He was like, no, listen, like it's going to like destroy small businesses and plus like. Yeah, so that's why, but in theory, I probably would have been for it as well if I did not know a little bit about it. Then when I found out like Yang's explanation, I was like, holy, we really shouldn't do this.
Yeah.
Instead, we should have,
because
dividends.
It was the conversation was with one of my performer friends who like I'm very good friends with. And she was like, because on my status that I was posting, I'm going to reference this a lot. She was like, oh, yeah, like, I think Yang has what it takes, but we need someone that's more experienced in the political field, like Elizabeth or like Warren or Bernie. And I'm like, let me give you like 10 minutes of my time to explain why you are not better than Yang. And she went into it. I'll give her credit. She had an open mind. And by the time I was through with her explaining like why Bernie's and Warren's tax plan will fail, compared to
Yeah.
UBI, and why the 15 minimum wage is not as effective as UBI, and it like the $15 an hour only incentivizes automation to happen even faster than it already is happening, and
Yeah.
destroys small business. I had that whole conversation with her, and she goes, "I'm really considering Yang now, and I'm gonna do my own research. But like, thank you for bringing this to
Whoa.
me." And I'm doing I'm doing Yang's work.
Where's disciples? I'm not a Christian. You guys know this. I'm not a Christian, but there are a lot of freaking
I feel like
parallels
I
to
should
that.
have a holy Bible of Yang.
The Messiah himself.
Hello, would you like to talk about our America's Lord and Savior, Andrea?
Get the book, the war on over people, and then like this is our Bible. Read it. But yeah, it is crazy how, oh god, like I can talk to anybody about Yang, and I feel like I'm like what's it called, like embodying him, or I feel like when I talk about Yang, I know his speech and I know his policies so well that I feel like I'm just like my body just becomes part of him. Like it's like a weird thing. It's like I know I got you.
It's weird because like and especially if someone like we're on the younger side.
Yeah.
It's weird when like you could actually retort a lot of difficult questions.
Yeah.
Because, and this is what I brought up when I don't know if you've seen Fred's like urgency video.
Yes.
But
I'll link it down below, folks.
Yeah. I made a response to that because I was heavily in agreement.
I saw that too.
Yeah. And shoot, what I was like basically oh my gosh, I got sidetracked for a second. I was so
That's okay. We're so hyped. Okay, we're talking about kind of embodying Yang and like being able to express your
What more my main driving points in that video was basically that it's so like if you can't donate money, donate your time, and it's easy to donate your time. Like just going out and talking to people. And the thing is, it's like out of all the the candidates I've ever supported, which hasn't been much, but like even like someone older than me, like who's a Yang gang, it's so easy to talk about Yang because he's very transparent on all of his policies, on all the data, all the facts, all the studies, like
nothing to hide.
It's literally all like a Google search away if you really want to know, like about the studies, and it's super transparent, like, and that's why I have an easier time talking to people who I normally would struggle with talking about politically because I memorized the numbers that Yang preaches, and I've also done some simple math myself, so it's super easy to be like, hey, did you know like automation for trucks is 98% of the way there? Or did you know when manufacturing jobs got sent away, and that 50% or just slightly under 50% of that portion didn't go back to the workforce, and 25% of that filed for disability? Like I've heard it so much.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's really impressive, and like was never really politically active like this before. Yang's campaign is the first campaign I ever donated to. Even though I did love Bernie's campaign, I did not donate. I just never felt the need to.
I never donated to Bernie. Never went to a rally.
Me neither. I never even considered going to a rally, which is very telling, right? It's like this is why I know like Yang's gonna win, because he's so like special. And he's so relatable. Like I remember watching, the first thing I watched was, like many people, the Joe Rogan podcast. I remember like watching that whole thing. I'm like, and I've watched Joe Rogan plenty of times before. Like watching this, I was like, dude, like this guy, I feel like I know him. It's like I feel like we would definitely like be friends. Like I don't know, like he just seems like so relatable. So you go out of your way to like help him and meet him because you're like you just want more. Like I call us like, you know, like crackheads because like we really are addicted to Yang content, and really it's just like there's something about it. It's just very like comforting and very informative. Like even if he will say the same thing over and over again, he'll say it in a different way, or he'll say it to a different like group of people that you can sense that they're like taking away certain. You really get like the nuance of his speech. It's this incredible amount of substance where you're not watching and you're not bored and you're not like losing brain cells or whatever. Like, it's like just the most genuine interaction, I feel like, with Yang.
Mhm. Oh yeah, I mean, I think you and me both, especially doing the YouTube stuff. We're always watching YouTube for newer Yang videos
Always.
coming up.
Always.
Yeah, I teared up on my way home from work today because I actually, for the first time, I can't believe I missed this at the debate where he talks about jobs being automated away. He mentioned pharmacists, and I did not catch that right away. And I saw a video that said it was like a video titled like Andrew Yang says pharmacists will be automated away. And I was actually leaving my parents' house. I stopped at their house after work, and my mom is a pharmacist, and I seen it as like we were both leaving at the exact same time, and I saw that, and they were past me, and I was like, roll down your window, and they're like what? And I was like did you know that pharmacists were like one of the jobs that might be automated away? And they're like, and my mom like I could hear on the other side of she was in the passenger seat, and I was like, it was my dad,
Right.
he was in the driver's seat, so I could hear her from the other side of the car going, great. Like, and like I was like, I'll let you know what I think afterwards. And like I'm listening to this in the car on the drive home, kind of like an hour drive home. And I was like tearing up. I'm like, now it's actually affecting my family. Like, because we right now currently we're all in the medical field. Like it's more of like a both my dad and brother are firefighters. My mom is a pharmacist. I'm a mental health technician. So like we all have human-based jobs, but now hers is one of the jobs that is more likely to be automated, and that kind of strikes me as like she needs to like look at this now, because like I feel like
it's real. It makes it real,
Yeah, but it puts it in a more real perspective. Like,
we're not fucking around. It's like, oh my god, I love that. Well, first of all, are your eyes like contacts, or are they real? Like, are they like legit like blue eyes?
Yes, I have very blue eyes. I mean, I am wearing contacts right now, but they don't change the color of my eyes.
Oh, nice. That's wonderful. I was meaning to ask you that. I'm like, dude, is that real? Like, lit. Okay. But so okay, going back to so I really, anytime when I see like people that are in high school like saying that they're like into Yang, or like there's some even like little Yang clubs popping up and stuff, I get super like just because I remember being in high school and like just feeling like, geez, like this is such a waste of time, and like I feel so alone. In theory, I know I have friends and stuff, but I feel like, and me and my friends too, we're like, this is just a waste of time. Like, why are you even here? Like, what's even the point? And we have like existential crisis and all that stuff, right? But I feel so lucky and so grateful that like the younger kids growing up now have Yang to like really advocate for them, and Yang obviously like your mom, like they're people like everybody's going to be affected by this shift in the fourth industrial revolution, but it really does hit kids like at home as well. And I just am like, wow, like I'm so glad that this is we are really being informed now, because like our mainstream media and our education system just completely don't even care, and you can tell like when Yang talks about his experience in Washington and him putting forth like, hey guys, like, what we're gonna do about this, they were like, nothing. Like literally, like our leaders say we're not gonna do shit. It's like, that's the state that we're in. And I wish people would know that story, because it's like, because oh god, that's my spiel. So I mean, it's just I know he's gonna win. It's gonna be a good time. And it's funny, like anytime like me and Fred are together, we're just like, like anytime that we're like it went in a group with the Yang gang, it's pretty much like an inauguration party. It's like, like we kind of like put forth this like manifestation mindset. It's like, like the deed's already done. We're just like filling in the gaps at this point. So that's why I can do things like quit my job and like just go for it full throttle, because I know like it's gonna be worth it. And I know like I have people that will help me out, and like I have a good network and stuff. Like I've never experienced anything like this before. Like I really had no idea that like people were this like nice and this like giving and all this stuff. I had a really, really pessimistic view about people before this. Obviously I voted for Trump, so I was really in a bad mind state. but even though I don't regret it, I was in a terrible mind state. I was just like, fuck it, like let's just let it all burn. But now I'm like, wow, I can really see like a future. I know. And but now I can really see a future, you know, that can be a bit better than what I thought it would be, like because of Yang and all this stuff. And
I think we're so numb. Just Americans are so, in general, we're
ooh,
just so numb to positive change
oh
that
yeah,
like the second
that's
positive change is like, so here's like gang, like here's a good change, here's a positive change for you, sir. And the Americans are like,
Bruce.
what's the catch?
What's the catch? Too
What's
good
the
to be
catch?
true.
And he's like $1,000 a month, and and they're like, oh, there's the catch, haha, not possible. And he's like, oh, it's possible. And they're like, oh no.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see who like like the process of like how you get into Yang, because for me like it was like a short like frame of denial, like okay, is he really running for president? Like he's Asian, he's really cool, I don't understand like what. But like when I really like when I saw like he was serious, and really the point where I knew like he was serious was when I recognized the pin, the little Y pin that he had. I'm like, yo, that's a really cool logo there. I think he's serious. I think he's actually running for president. So I was like, dude, this is really interesting. So after that, I'm like, okay, I think I can believe him. And the reason why I kind of feel maybe I just have like a very like giving heart. So when he says, you know, when he explained like the UBI situation, I was like, yeah, we should like give people more of a chance, or just more of a foundation of like just living. It was kind of like, yeah, we should freaking do that. Even though I've never heard of UBI before him at all. So it was one of those things.
There was a reason why I liked Bernie a lot during his campaign, and like I don't know if you've seen that picture of Bernie like trick or treating with the kids.
Oh no, that's interesting.
Yeah, like the Halloween when he was campaigning, like he went out, like he was the only candidate I seen that actually like went out on Halloween and like walked around with kids and like was like it was so wholesome, and I was like, we need a wholesome president in this, and that's why Yang is pulling my attention too, because like not only is he like providing like these studies and stuff to back all of his policies, but he's also a genuine and wholesome character. Like just recently, like well, when he got to an interview, he rode his bike to the interview.
Which one? The Washington Post one?
It was the most recent post on Twitter. They tagged him and it was like, Andrew rode his bike to the interview, and because it's much faster to get around New York on a bike.
Oh
and
my god!
Like fact check, true. And
I need to see
and
this
it was
now.
funny because on his bike, it was his son's like seat attachment on the bike.
Oh my god!
So, yeah, so like he didn't roll up in no fancy limousine or SUV. Like he generally rode his bike to this interview.
Oh my god, he was wearing a helmet too. Okay, let me pull this up for you guys. This is just like, I'm gonna text my friend Rob because he loves riding bikes. Like he wishes that we would be more like Europe, where we can just like ride our bikes more, because it is way like it's better for our environment, and a lot of time it is very much like more efficient than the car, because you have to deal with the traffic. Yeah, so that's why I just typed in Andrew Yang bike, and this is why I guess an article here, or no, it's a Reddit post. Okay, yeah, so he has a little helmet on. He's being safe. And that's his like son's seat. I cannot with this man. I really can't.
I remember him telling me a story about it was it an interview or whatever? He said like he was driving his son around in that bike, and like his bike chain fell off.
Oh my god.
Yeah. He was talking about that story. So like that has to be the same bike. So like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like, it's just funny. Like it shows you like that kind of aspect of Yang, like
just humility, you know.
Yeah, it's like when it comes down to brass tacks, like he's literally just another human being that just wants to like he's a smart, intelligent human being that just wants to see a better change, and like he's not resorting to, or he's not a character type where because he knows he has this status that he wants to live this life of luxury, you know, now. So like,
yeah. Even he says like, you know, he still rides coach and everything on his airplanes, and like he really is just that down to earth. And I would never even consider him lying about it, because I'm like, yeah, I believe he would do that, because he knows how important of a situation we're in, like how dire we need him, and this is like he's willing to sacrifice so much, and it's like, yeah, I mean, his freaking family, I mean, I'm sure like his, you know, like Evelyn and his sons are like wonderful people, and it's like being away from them for just like it's just like crazy. It's like one of the most grueling things you could possibly be doing is running for president of the United States. It is like one of the highest roles in our world at this point, you know.
mm-hmm.
So he's doing it. Crazy, right?
Yeah, no, I actually can't wait till we get to meet Evelyn. I'm super, super excited.
You want to meet Evelyn?
Oh, I'm super excited to meet Evelyn.
Yeah, I hear she's gonna be at the New York City UBI march, and I'll be there, so maybe I'll see her then.
Lucky.
That'd be nice. Yeah, and Scott Santos will be there as well, so that's gonna be cool.
I'll say I'm gonna miss that and Yangapalooza, and I'm super upset about missing both of those.
Don't worry about it.
Unless somebody in the YouTube comments wants to crowdfund.
Yeah, guys, listen, like I know a lot of us are tapped out, but if you like us and you want to see us travel more, then yeah, I'll link below your PayPal and stuff and whatever else you got, because every little bit helps. I mean,
you know what I'm doing at the next rally, and we're gonna keep that under hush. But
yeah, it's crazy, dude.
Let me go ahead and say this cost me a bit of my performer allowance to make it happen.
Guys, I'm telling you right now, like that I wouldn't. Oh God, I wouldn't have him on this channel if I didn't believe in him. Just please support my boy Mac. He deserves it for real. And if you could, okay, this is a good question. If you could do something for a living right now, what would it be? Like, if money wasn't even an option, like, what would you be doing? It could be multiple things, but I just want to know.
So I get this. My dad asked this question a lot because I still work my mental health job 4 years later, and it's. My dad thinks it's one of those jobs where you do for a little bit, then you move on. And well, it's nice. I like doing what I'm doing. He kind of has a point to an extent, because I have no aspirations at the moment to like be a nurse, and that's purely because I know how much they write, and I get carpal tunnel really easy.
Really? Oh my God! Where did that come from? Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Have you always had that, or that just developed because you just
no? I just if I have a pen, I start writing like let's just say something happens like I remember one time I got punched in the face at work, and I had to write a report. Yeah, I had to write a report because I got punched in the face, and I mean when you're in a mental health, you're gonna get hit every now and then. It happens. Mm-hmm, but when something happens, you typically have to write a report, and after the first paragraph, after the first paragraph, my hand just it's funny. I can type. I can type all I want, but when it comes to holding a pen and doing this with my wrist, it my wrist is just I don't know,
There must be there must be a SpongeBob meme of that. Maybe the meme where he was doing that essay and he couldn't write. Let me look this up.
Yeah. Literally.
I love SpongeBob so much. I wish they would end it. It's just like dragging a dead horse around. It's please let it go.
Beating a 14-year-old dead horse.
I know. It's just please let the legacy stay a legacy and not drag it out.
Unless it's Teen Titans, and they can definitely bring that back.
I'm conflicted about Teen Titans, honestly. I hear the Teen Titans Go is kind of funny, but
no. I'm not talking about Go. I'm talking about
the original one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the original one is it's just the shit, dude.
Yes. We got so off topic there.
I love this. Wait, hold on. There's a lot of trying to find Mac here. So basically, we have a couple of gifts. I'm thinking maybe this one.
Yeah, no, that's literally me when I'm writing
Shut
any
up.
report. When I'm writing any report, that is me.
Yeah.
That'll be me like the second I start writing it. The
Yeah.
one where we like and then like
Oh.
yeah, like that's me. I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to write this report. And then literally like 4 hours later, like it's literally me. I'll write like 2 words and I'm like, all right, well, I'll come back to it later.
Yeah,
Man.
God, like tell me about something I hated during school. I mean, I disliked doing essays.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the things that actually made me want to quit college. I was like, I just can't do this anymore. Like, I physically cannot do this. This is a waste of my. Yeah.
If it was like an option to type stuff, like I don't get really bad carpal tunnel typing, which is odd, but like
Oh,
I just can't
it's
physically
a
write.
muscle.
Yeah, oh no, I've been a computer geek most of my life, so like or like playing some form of video game, so I'm always used to doing this. Like the second I start doing this, then I'm old.
Wow, it's crazy. Yeah, so damn. We really did go off a topic there. That's fun. That's fine.
That's sweet.
Okay, so yeah, so I think we covered like our experience in Ohio pretty well. Like we had a good time and everything. Um, okay, yeah. So meeting Fred, that was he. So Fred has two gears. One is when he's on and he's cracking and he's fun, and then another one is when he's super serious and he's like completely focused. So you met the Fred that was super fun, and he's like that most of the time. But when you went into the career network, you're like, wait, why is he so serious? And it's like, yeah,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It's
Like
okay.
it's weird when you meet somebody who can bounce between those like in such a short time frame, because like you'll see Fred like see something and he'll be super jazzed, and like how he was at the thing. And the one time I was like, I saw a truckers for Trump sign on someone's car.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I snapped and I sent it to Fred and I was like, I should give you actually let you have a crack at talking to this guy. And then he's like really serious. He's like, oh, converting everybody isn't a realistic option. And I was like,
yeah,
okay, I guess I'll just leave. Bye.
I know. Yeah, that's
Sorry to
really.
bother you with my existence.
Yeah, it usually isn't that serious. I don't know. Anything could have been happening. Maybe he's had a bad day, a bad phone call, whatever the hell.
He's so fun.
But yeah, no, like he is like just he's the best. Like he put his and he's still to this day, he'll put his phone number out and his address out. He's like, I don't care, like what like let's if you're gonna come and like what are you gonna do if you're gonna like come and get me? But like he wants to be as open as possible when it comes to all that stuff.
Oh yeah, that was one thing that surprised me, because after I had an interview with Fred, he also talked about me joining the network with you guys, and then he's like, he goes, here, take my phone number, and I was like, just give me your phone number.
Yeah, he's super. He said that on like streams and all stuff, and he's like, "Yeah, type it into the chat." I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna type it into the chat." Like when he did the the Nurse for Yang interview and everything. Yeah, he really is open. And yeah, he's just super cool. So when we go to Atlanta, he will be there, and that's gonna be super fun. So we could just like briefly go over like Atlanta, and then we'll talk about this witch situation, because we have to talk about that for sure. And then we'll head out. I know you have to sleep and do all the stuff. Yeah. He sleeps during the day, guys. So
yeah, normally okay, actually no. Typically now I'm about to wake up.
Oh damn. Are you not gonna oh man, are you not gonna get any sleep because of me?
maybe I'll just like maybe I'll just say
boy.
screw it, and I'll just stay. I'll try to stay awake till like maybe like 8 or 9 o'clock, and then I'll pass out, because Friday, Saturday, Sunday I have to get my night gigs anyway. So like it might work out. I'll be on normal person's sleep schedule for the time being.
How do you even transition? You just have to. I mean, you just
You
either
literally
one.
like you ruin one of your days to make it happen.
I can imagine. Wow. Okay, yeah. So we won't make this too long. But
Okay.
as you can tell, we can talk for a while.
Take as much time as you want.
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay. Okay. So as you guys know, obviously, Yangapalooza is coming up. And that's it seems like half the people can go to that, and then the other half of people can go to Atlanta, where the next Democratic debate will be held in November on the 20th. So it's gonna be very interesting seeing like the different dynamic. But that's definitely coming up, guys. Yangapalooza. However, Mac is gonna be going to Atlanta, and I believe Tom from Yang Gang, the Yang Gang Report. He's gonna be there. Oh, God, I wish you would have met Tom. He left before the fundraiser because he had to go, but he's at the watch party. He's super, super.
Yeah, I know. Kai was one of the other people who left before the fundraising.
I know. Kai wanted to come so bad, but he couldn't reschedule his flight. I'm like, damn it.
I can't wait to meet Kai.
Yeah, he's gonna be. He's dude. I was, even though he is very reserved, but when he was at
I knew he was super reserved. I knew it.
I would have never guessed, honestly. It was super funny. But when he was at the pre-debate rally, he was super freaking loud. He was one of the people that were leading the chants and everything. I don't know if you could tell, but you probably watched some of his videos after the fact. And, his voice was really shot.
Everybody kept commenting in his feed.
Yeah, your voice is so. I was like, oh my God, yeah, he was doing a lot of work. So when he's on, he's on. He's one of those people, yeah.
But
yeah, so I know.
At karaoke night, he was just kind of super just kind of singing, I'm included.
Yeah, super funny. I didn't force him to go up there, but I think maybe Fred did. I don't know. I just know that. I was not planning on doing karaoke that freaking night, but I was like, you know what? Since we're gonna do it, let's do it. I'll do anything, for the crowd.
One of the reasons I'm so excited about Georgia is that first night we're gonna get there, because I'm wondering what we're gonna figure out what to do.
Yes. So not only will you, me, Tom, he's in Florida, so he's gonna drive there. Not only will we be there, and then Fred, and then. Oh, I think Boyce can't go. I think Boyce will be only at Yangapalooza, then that's it. Mm-hmm. But this guy named Sujith, you've probably seen him in the chat once in a while, but Sujith is the guy who is creating the Truckers for Yang website, right? He's super, super nice, adorable man. And he is going to be his birthday on November 19th when we all come in. So we're like, So we're gonna make sure we'll definitely try to go to a gay bar, or at least some place that has karaoke, and then we'll try to do a slash birthday party for him, because it's perfect timing, and he'll be there too. I'm like, oh, and then it's just I
should throw this out now, because
go for it.
You mentioned gay bar. If you see us out there. Meet the gay bar. I promise you, I will accept all the drinks, and
say bye. Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh no, because I've had a short conversation with you about this already.
Yeah.
I went the first time I went. I took a girl I was interested in, and everyone thought that I was gay.
Yeah.
Even you did.
Yeah, I for sure did.
You're yeah, totally. And I'm like, no. And that's I'm so used to that. I'm so used to it.
Yeah,
that, it does not faze me at this point. I used to be so upset when everybody kept saying, making that assumption. But now it's when my voice is, I have a really feminine voice, I have a really feminine body type.
Yeah.
I'm super bubbly, which is not necessarily a masculine trait. So when I roll into a gay bar,
it's just
and then granted, this is not my words. This is the words of others. They're look at that twink over there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And I'm like, and then my response when I first that was what's a twink?
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Yeah, and I learned the hard way.
Oh my God.
The most embarrassing way possible. When I had to have someone explain to me as I'm taking the drink that they offered me.
Oh boy, yeah, guys. So our boy Mac is straight, so it's good for the girls, But yeah, he will take. But in Atlanta, he will take your free drink if you're off.
I'll still compliment you though, and say
yeah. As you can tell, he's wearing the humanity first thing, so he's an advocate, and all that stuff. He's all about it, and yeah, gay people are super fun to be around. So it's just lovely.
there's like honestly, like even though I am straight, I still love going to gay bars and
That's a good time.
drag queen and king shows
Oh
because
yeah.
it is so much fun. And like
Yeah.
it trumps normal bars. Like when I go, like at
Yeah.
least in my local, like, cause I live in a college town, so like when I go to a college
Mm.
town bar, it's very weird. Like unless you're like into that normalish kind of scene, like the bar scene, like it will throw you off because like I'll walk in and then it's like um
What are you doing here?
like girls talking about like their favorite Taylor Swift remix.
Oh my, gross. Yeah.
And like you'll see like guys like leaning up against the wall
Oh
like
God.
they're like looking for like it's almost
They're,
like a crikey, look at that, go look at that, I'm gonna
they're
catch it.
like
Like yeah, like
fishing. Yeah.
yeah, basically like they're like basically like casting their lines basically, and it's like oh, this is a weird atmosphere, I don't know if I like it. But
You're
like
really.
literally, you could literally like walk into a gay bar and be like, you can say something preposterous. It's like, oh yeah, like I totally love like
Like foot fetishes or oh
multiple
yeah.
partners, or like I like
Yeah.
doing this or that, and it'd be like, that's sweet. Can I like
Can I join?
more? Can I join? Like it's more of an open scene, so like you have a lot more laid back and open people, so like you have a lot more fun. I went to
Yeah.
the gay bar on karaoke night, and that was one of the most fun nights I ever had.
Yeah, yeah. It must be freaking
Oh
crazy.
yeah, drunk Disney is always a fun time.
Oh my God. Which song did you did? What did you
um,
do?
I just can't wait to be king, obviously.
Oh, okay. That's all right.
Yeah, yeah.
It's good. I'm more of a fan of Mulan. I love like
Let's get
man.
down to
Yeah,
business.
you can't beat it. Which I'm pissed that they're make the remake or they're doing their like stupid live action thing. I'm just like,
Mhm.
somebody stop Disney, please. Like this is not good. But people buy it, so you can't blame it. Like people want that.
Mhm.
But yeah, it seems like, and we talked about this before, but it seems like a lot of like people that are straight, they really have a conservative like mindset,
Mindset.
and it's
Yeah.
like very interesting because it seems like I feel like America has this reputation of being wild and like crazy and stuff, but really like it's I mean yeah like it's a lot of diversity, but really like I think a lot of people that are straight, like they tend to just like just be try to fit in, and that's kind of is kind of restrictive in nature. So I'm like, yeah, like for me, I'm like, oh, like I just want to like be more free and open, and like, it's just it's one of those things. It's like I think this is one of the things I you mentioned this before in your videos, that you want to talk about how the freedom dividend would affect dating life. I definitely think that like if people had like a freedom dividend, like it would make people more open and more free to like different kind of relationships and like being themselves and like not having to conform, in order to like appease somebody else.
Well, my main point, because I mean, this is just based off and I haven't made this video yet, guys, but like I plan to, and this is one of the points
Yeah.
I'll talk about.
Mm.
So at least in my dating experience I've dated quite a bit.
Yeah. Lit.
I found that because we're so financially crippled now, it's actually created a lack of um, personal hobbies and
Mm.
passions. So like a lot of girls that I recently dated in the past, like their main hobby is just
Work.
Netflix.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
watching Friends on reruns and whatever crap.
Well, and I'm not demonizing Netflix, but like what I'm saying is like if you just want to like come home from work and just watch Netflix and that's all you really look
Wow.
forward to doing and that's all you have, just like where's your passion or drive? Like I guess like see like for me like
Interesting.
I do like well live action role play. I do like LARPing. Dagger here to be more specific. Um
Nice.
yeah, and I do performing stuff, and
Yeah.
I like video games and obviously YouTubing and
Yeah.
like all that stuff. So like I have multiple
Yeah.
passions. And you could include trading card because I love occasionally dabbing into Magic and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm a fucking nerd. Uh,
Rock on. No, we love that.
yeah, and but like yeah, so like I have a lot of things that define my personality. Like I have a lot of passions and hobbies I like. But when I date somebody who just that's their thing and that's it, like in terms of like just Netflix, it's like
Yeah.
something you can do I really would consider it a hobby. Like it's just more of like a relaxing, chill thing to do. It's like
very passive. It's not like really proactive, you know.
yeah,
Yeah, and there are like some like Netflix is coming out with some good stuff. Like Russian Doll was really freaking good. Like some like I think it was uh like Sex, Death, and Robots. Like that was pretty interesting. But for the most part, it's like yeah, it is very like basic. I hate to say that way,
it,
but
my my
yeah,
my 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 main point is like, and I'll use my last relationship, my last long term relationship as an example. Like
yeah.
um, she wanted to go out with me a little bit more to the golf industrial scene, but it was more like just come out, sit down, talk, and that'd be it. And that was fine, dandy, but like it would just be Netflix outside of that. And
Wow.
if I wanted to do like because she didn't really have much passions or anything like
Yeah,
that, so like it created a lot of like
stagnant.
if she wanted to do something, like I would always be willing because I loved her. But in terms of
Oh.
like if I wanted to do something like for
Mm-hmm.
me, like because I knew she didn't have a hobby, it's like, hey, do you want to go do some LARPing, or hey, do you want to sit down and play a video game with me, even though like you say you suck, and I like it's not about that. I just want to have someone to play with. Like it'd always be a
Oh.
no. So like I've had that experience a lot in my past. So like
Wow.
in my opinion, I feel a lot of couples should have a lot of common interests and common ground,
Yeah.
um, like stuff they could do together. That's not Netflix.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. And
So,
oh
and I
boy,
feel like if people had more money,
time.
if I feel like if it feels like people had more money, they could invest in like niche little hobbies,
Yeah.
like even if it was like, oh, I do paper mache, or I do sewing, and I make like medieval garb or something like that, or I
Oh,
make this or that. Like that's still a hobby, and that's still cool. Like, and
yeah.
that gives you as a person a bit more personality, and like
Probably make you more happier too. You know.
yeah, and because now they're pursuing stuff they wouldn't have done because they were too broke to do it. Like,
Yeah,
one
that's the
example,
truth.
is like I want as a performer, I want to get into roller skate dancing and roller skate performing, and that's
Are
in
you
Ohio. That
serious?
yeah, in
I know
Ohio,
you realize. Oh my god,
yeah,
dude.
in Ohio, that's something that's unheard of because we live in Ohio. Maybe we live in California because they have boardwalks and stuff. That's really popular. That's where the scene is. Like
Right.
that'd be a different story. But in Ohio, that's unheard of. So I'm like, huh, that's a field I could get to. I could maybe like invest in, and whatever in Ohio. But the problem
Yeah.
is, so like if you want really high quality roller skates, you're gonna pay upwards to $200 to $300, and that's
Right.
something in today's society, like you can't just drop $200 on a pair of roller skates unless you work
Nope.
a lot, like a lot to afford these things. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Really. That.
yeah, that's my take on like really. Oh, and also in terms of money affecting relationships, there's
Yes.
it's an unofficial study, but there's some studies that claim that that a financial stress on marriage is a reason why divorce happens, and
Yeah.
if that freedom if the freedom dividend put less stress on families and well, specifically couples who are married,
Yeah.
and like, and Andrew Yang brought this up in his 10-hour podcast,
I
saying
was just
like
about to say it. Damn
yeah,
it.
80% of like what it was in the 80s percent. It was a very high because like it was already like base 50, just normal couples.
Talking about if they had disabled child or something, or
Yeah, couples
whatever.
with
Yeah.
disabled child or a learning disabled child or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a super high margin, and I feel
Which is,
like
yeah, which breaks my
because
heart because I know that's the case. Really.
so if you could prevent a lot of these divorces, like I feel like everyone says like the freedom dividend is not a big a band-aid solution for or it's not a solution for everything, but it kind of is like a like it's almost like cauterizing the wound at least, like
Instead of just putting salt in it, yeah, it is like attending to it. Right now we don't attend to anything because we're too busy just fighting about like we're too busy like being selfish and not even like, oh, like I want to just help this type of people. Oh, I just want to help this type of people. It's like no, like help everybody, and then you'll see that like more people need this than you think. You know, everybody's in their own like little bubble, and they don't realize like yeah, like people on the welfare system or on certain welfare programs, like they would much benefit from this. Obviously, like single mothers would, but also like white men in their 40s that are about to lose their job over like trucking and shit, they would benefit from it as well. Kids would. I mean, like it really just put things in perspective, and like it's crazy.
Mm-hmm. No, I 100% agree. 100% agree. I feel like there's a lot of things that the UBI, or I keep saying UBI. I should love saying the freedom dividend by now.
Well, UBI is simple. It's like UBI, the freedom dividend.
I think we're so used to abbreviating stuff. So like
people say like FD, and at first I was like, "What the fuck is FD?" I'm like, "Oh, the freedom dividend." Like, I got you. When they type in,
let me get
like,
the FD.
oh.
Yeah. Okay, sorry, I was saying FD for now.
You can call it FD. I would know what you're talking about.
But yeah, like in terms of like you know, like relationships, for me as a performer, that's more props and more costuming and stuff. Yeah, or and don't even get me started on the cosplayer scene and how much that would drive
okay, we have to talk about this really hard. But yes, so you do a lot of shit. Like, give us a list of like the things that you do and like the hobbies that you had, because I don't even. You have like 5 now. The ones that I know.
So I'll start from least important to most important.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
One of my hobbies is trading cards, and I used to be a competitive Yu-Gi-Oh player.
I used to love Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, I used to love it too, and now the game's crap because they added so much new stuff to it, like different zones and stuff, that the game's just gotten so absurd that like I don't even want to care about it anymore. So I then started playing Magic, and I love Magic. The only reason I actually don't play Magic is because it costs a lot of money to play Magic.
All right, yeah, I see.
I mean, if I wasn't doing Yang stuff, I probably could have afforded it.
Yeah.
but I got my boy to get in office, so like
it's an investment. Yes. So then later on you'll be able to do it. There you go.
So Magic being like my bottom one. I think after that it comes to like my video game YouTube thing. I actually wanted to stream my gaming a lot, but it's such a cutthroat thing. You have to be either really funny or you have to be like insanely good. Like
honestly, you're right. Actually,
yeah.
Have you been on Twitch before?
Yeah, I actually do have a Twitch, and it's my same name as it's Mackadee. Like
I love Twitch so much.
Mm-hmm. Like I mainly play RuneScape. Like you'll see some some footage on there of me playing some RuneScape. Like
how is it now? Because I remember playing it when I was younger, and like it used to be amazing, but obviously it was like
it's amazing now. It's amazing, and what I love about it now is that, and I really think in this, you can kind of relate this to politics a little bit. They implemented a system because the reason the game died in the first place was because they never asked their players what they wanted to implement. They just kind of did what they want. And they eventually got rid of the wilderness, which is one of the core features of the game. So no one could player versus player anymore unless they went to a certain area, and that actually just killed the game. So a while back, they made a position if they wanted to have or create an old school server again, and they did. And they were really smart for doing this. They made a polling system to where if they wanted an update to pass, I think 70 or 80% of the player base has to vote yes on it.
Okay.
So that's
good.
Yeah, that's how they filter out bad updates. So if the player base doesn't like it, it doesn't get passed.
That's good. Wow. Yeah. That's really great.
Yeah, I think a lot of gaming companies should follow suit.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, so the game's healthier than it's ever been. So it's like, yeah. And actually, I used to play it religiously before Yang's campaign, but now I don't really play that anymore because I'm always YouTubing Yang, or I'm playing League of Legends now. So, yeah.
No, I get it. Damn, I really want to get into like video games again, because when I was younger, I used to, but mainly it's because my older brother and my dad, like they were so into it and they had the consoles and everything. But I never really went out my way to like get a console myself or like do all that stuff. But I really think I would have, like, if I could game with you, that would be just like so much fun.
What is your top games you play?
Right. So it varies. Back in the day, I used to be really good at like Call of Duty and the first person shooter games and stuff. But I do enjoy like PC, like any PC game. Like I mean, like Civilization Revolution. I love that stuff. Anything, I can't even play like solitaire. Like it doesn't even matter. Anything like anything. Yeah, I don't have. Well, I will say this. Sorry, I would definitely want to play. It's that soccer. Let me look it up real quick. It's how am I forgetting the name? It's that soccer game where like your cards and like you're running around. Rocket League. Yeah,
I've never played Rocket League. I know how it's played. I just never played it.
Yeah, I know. I've seen people play it a lot. I've never played it, but I think I would.
Have you ever played Super Smash Brothers?
I have, but okay, here's the thing. Like, I didn't grow up like playing a lot of Nintendo, which is kind of funny. I played like Mario Party and stuff like that. But
the Friendship Destroyer.
Yeah. But I have played Super Smash Bros. A couple of times. I kind of suck at it, but I feel like if I get into it more, I can be kind of good at it. I feel
that's a really popular one. I mean, I grew up on Nintendo, so I grew up like Yang. I grew up a big nerd. Like when Yang talked a lot about his childhood, I felt that on like so much of a close level because he talked like his parents like he had to go do something. He goes, no, I'm playing video games. I was like, that was fucking me in that age too. Like I feel that.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, it's so much fun, and when you're with other people, it just makes it even 10 times better. But that's a good point. Yeah, I used to love playing Virtua Fighter. But I can play, the fighting games like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, stuff like that.
Oh, we need to find somebody who can get like a portable Street Fighter, and we need to get Yang to come out and like meet the Yang gang or whatever, and be like, "Yo, we're challenging you to some Street Fighter," and then like try to get them to play some video games with us. We need to make it happen.
There's so many things we have to do. I have like a list of things that people want to do. I'm just like, that I'll put them. Listen, I know the gaming community for Yang is super big because I've heard that like people are like, yeah, every time I go on like multiplayer, like I always see somebody with like a Yang gang username or like Google Andrew Yang, and it's like I'm just so proud. I'm just so happy.
I was like legit playing Dead by Daylight before I met Yang.
I love that one too. Yeah.
Yeah, I play Dead by Daylight all the time. I actually just played around, like literally before we talked. I played a game of Dead by Daylight.
Dude, I want to. Oh my god. And okay, I have to get a freaking console now.
And when when I was playing one day, I was so you know how the game works, right?
Yes, and yep.
So I killed 3 of the 4 survivors.
Oh wow.
And I was chasing this guy, the last one, and I downed him. And I'm like, okay, GG. And I picked him up, and I looked down. And I see his name is Andrew Yang. So I literally I just held him over my shoulder and was just looking for the hatch. Finally I found the hatch. I just dropped him and he got in the hatch. And he's like, thanks, man. And I was like, I said, I remember exactly what I said. I was like, I'm a simple man. I see Andrew Yang. I was like, I see Yang Gang. I let him live. And they're like, oh my God, Andrew Yang 2020, yes. I was like,
damn. That would have been amazing to record, but oh my god.
I have a screenshot of it. I should post it on my Twitter. I'll post it on my Twitter.
Oh my god.
It was so funny.
That makes my heart sing. Yeah, so
in terms of like going back to like the whole like affording to go places, I almost considered doing a 24-hour gaming live stream to do some funding. Like, because usually I've seen a lot of YouTubers do that, or streamers do that, where if they want to fund something, they'll do it like a 24-hour live stream.
Yeah, it's a good way to, because like shows people that you're dedicated, you're all that. Honestly, we should probably do that too. Yeah, 24-hour live stream of Yang Gang. Yeah, I can see that going pretty well. Or just like playing video games.
Well, fortunately for me, I have the luxury of, I have a full-time job technically. I have what is called a PRN status. Basically, I pick up the hours that I work and I work it basically. Yeah. But I was full time. I went PRN so I could pursue my performing stuff. But when I'm not performing, I'm working. I legit just pick up full time hours still. Wow. But because I'm PRN status, I can always choose my schedule.
Oh
So,
wow, nice.
so if I get the funding for an event, I can get always guaranteed to go.
Links below, fellas. Links
Yes.
below.
So if you want to see me do a 24-hour, if you're Yang Gang nerds and you want to pitch in like $2, like collectively, to see me go places,
Oh my
and
God.
I'm gonna be doing some. Okay, no, I want to share it so
I
bad.
know, I know.
I want to
Trust
share it
me.
so bad.
Okay, guys, put the pieces together. So far, he would like to roller skate. He's a gamer, and then you haven't even gotten to he does unicycle. Like he does a lot of freaking shit. That's to do with balance.
I'm doing.
So
Okay, I'll tease it here because I know you know.
yeah.
I'll tease you. You know I'm a performer, and like, just put it together. I'm doing something. Actually, as much as I've already leaked, like in terms of like what I do as a performer, it it should be very easy to put together what I'm gonna
It
do.
should honestly it should, but I don't think most people again like I don't think most people know much about like performing arts as you think. Most people are like you said they're in like they're working like super hard and they're in their bubble watching Netflix and shit. Like the only exposure they may have is like with like American Horror Story or whatever. I don't even remember that being in when you do being in American Horror Story, which they probably should. That'd be, but yeah, like I
Like,
think we'll be
if you
good.
want to see me do some crazy shit at
And
these
Atlanta.
rallies or like future events, like if you want to see me do some crazy performer stuff, I will like. And I was talking about the other day about how like performance rates and like how like
Yes.
UBI is actually really good for performers, but like I am a performer for Yang because
Yeah,
performers for
literally.
Dane heavily. Cause I don't know if you like know if you know, and people watching, some people try to undercut us because that's how like stressed financially people are, and sometimes people even go as far, even bigger names will say, "Hey, want to work for exposure," and that's not cool.
Yeah.
So it kind of will get rid of that stigma. So again, that's the point. But anyways, if you want to see me do
Yeah.
some crazy shit at pre-rallies or help me go to these, because like while I can sometimes afford, like I could definitely afford to go to Atlanta because surprisingly the ticket was only like $111 for me, not counting the baggage fee. It's gonna be like 170 for baggage fee, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if you go any farther than that in the
It's
future,
gonna be
it's gonna cost
it's gonna be
way more,
hard.
and that's gonna be like so if you want to see
Yeah.
me go or help fund me go and help fund me bring my stuff, because I will gladly donate my performer time for free if I can get the trip there. So
Yeah, it's just a matter of getting there because we'll have like places to stay, like we'll have
yeah,
like our Airbnb or our hosting situation. I'll be
right.
completely for free, but like it's just getting there. Yeah. And like I had a thought in my mind and I forgot. Damn it. Well, yeah, to your point, I mean, oh, okay, yes. So for any big event at this point, we'll have Fred's truck, probably seen the
Okay.
wrap, Tuckers for Yang, and then
What
we'll
I'm
most
doing,
likely, yeah. So essentially we're gonna have like a parade. Like anytime like there's a big thing going on with the Democratic Party, we're gonna be there, and then we're gonna bring the whole Yang Gang parade there, which includes like Fred's truck. It includes the meme museum. The museum will not be at the Yangapalooza, but will be at Atlanta. So I know Seth
yes,
will be there and stuff. That and I think we're probably gonna have like a float maybe in Atlanta.
I hope
So
so. That'd be very fitting with what I'm doing.
exactly. So all of the stuff, guys, like the reason why this is so important is because as Mag said before, like seeing people in real life and like talking to them and them recognizing that like Yang and his supporters are like dead ass fucking serious and not like we are like for him 100% and we're super fun and creative as well. It would
And
show that
wholesome.
like he's a legit candidate, and the mainstream media refuses to coin him as such. But that's why we're here fighting our asses off trying to do the stuff for him. So that's what we're fighting for. It's like a return on investment, it's
Return investment.
it's super worth it, I think.
I think I've counted how much I've like not counting like my time or anything, but in terms of like actual donations, I think I've actually like in the 200s to
Yeah, it's
250.
ridiculous.
Yeah, like if you would have
Yeah,
ever told me that I'd ever like donate more than like $5 towards a campaign, like if you would have asked me that like 3 months ago, I'd be like, no way am I gonna ever like do that. Like
yeah,
it'd be like I'd have to feel so strongly about somebody to ever remotely consider doing more than $5, and here I am like $250 in. Like,
$250 in the hole.
Yeah,
No,
oh man, that's
no,
a fourth of the dividend a month right there. I need.
yeah, guys. I mean, imagine like definitely, we want to get to our 30 million goal for the actual official campaign and everything, and I do think we will be able to get there. But yeah, like the thing is that the campaign, like they're not really, and rightfully so, they're not like going out of their way to invest in like the grassroots campaign. Like, you have to keep in mind, like people like Russell, grassroots, people like Daniel from American Jobs Factory, all these people, Zach and Max Show, all these people do things on their own freaking time and money. Okay, all these people like Fred, Pageant, I'm sure, PSP, they all do it out of their own like time and money. So like you guys, I know you guys do invest in these people already, but it is like, yeah, like it is good to just help us out just a little bit, because like we are able to do things like the truck that the campaign like either hasn't really thought about doing, or they just don't have the time to really invest in like really creative stuff like this and like out of the box stuff like this. The campaign is doing freaking amazing, but we're like the actual Yang gang, like we're like the extra like boost that they need to like really get people to know that Yang is here and he's ready to
I
stay.
wish they. I mean, oh my gosh, I'd have to get so much clearance, but I wish I could do fire performing there. That'd be so much fun.
Well, okay. Have you done that before?
I've done it in practice before, but
That's
if I knew I
interesting.
was allowed and I knew I had the money to afford the prop for it, I totally would spin some fire.
Oh my God, dude. I just can't. Okay, yeah, let's continue with like the list. Continue with the list of things that you do, or
Okay.
yeah.
So what did I say? What I said? Car games.
Yes.
Uh.
And roller skate. I think you said roller skating.
Well, that's before performing.
That's more. Oh damn. Cool.
We'll say that. Oh, video games. Yes,
Oh yeah.
that's how it happened. Yeah, video games. I'm a big avid
We're
nerd.
off the deep end.
After that, I would have to say next, because it's not really something I make money off of. But next, I have to say LARPing, live action role play, specifically the contact sport Dagger here, and that's more medieval. A bit of fantasy, but with more historical accuracy to it as well.
Wow. Wait, let me look this up real quick. LARPing.
Like, oh, here, like prime example, and I'll even like show you. Like my bow is literally right here.
Let me go back here and then. Holy moly, that's so cute.
And then my stand.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Dude, this is freaking crazy. You're like freaking like like a bag of chocolate. Like you just keep pulling it out and you just get more and more.
I told you people are more interesting when they have so much more hobbies to have.
Yeah, guys. So let me do a screen show really quickly. If you don't know what LARPing is, I've heard of it, but this is like up my alley, really. Kind of the stuff that you may see at like the Renaissance Fair or whatever. Like people doing like the medieval stuff.
Yeah, we do the foam swords and dagger here. Actually, next year I'm actually gonna go do a Penzik, which if you don't know about Penzik, Penzik is actual like suit of armor, wooden swords fighting.
Oh,
wow. I'm going specifically for the social aspect because I am skinny and I'm not gonna get hit with a wooden sword.
Oh, this is resourceful.
but the social aspect is fun. But the funny thing about Penzik, it's the same place as Ragnarok for dagger here, and it's usually in later summer.
Ragnarok. Wait, hold up. Back up real quick. What do you mean by Ragnarok?
Okay, go to your Google right there instead of LARPing.
Oh boy.
Go up there and type Ragnarok dagger here.
But I know, obviously, you guys know about the Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah. Everybody thinks it's Thor Ragnarok. Yeah.
Dagger. Oh god, sorry. I'm trying to.
Dag.
How do you?
Yeah, right there.
Right
there.
Trying to remember how to spell.
Yeah, I go there every single year.
Oh, nice.
You might have to go to your
Dagger gear. Yeah, let me wait, hold up. How do you spell it real quick? Dagger. Is it dagger gear? Let's see here.
No,
Oh,
no, no.
wait.
Why is it spelled weird?
Well, okay, hold
Oh,
up.
no, Dagger G. No, no, no. Ragnarok, Dag, it's Dagor.
Is it that?
HIR. Yep.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Got it.
Yeah, right there.
Oh, okay. Wow. Like a whole thing.
Yeah, I actually roll with the Roman group, which we get a bad rep because we're really strong. We're one of the biggest groups, so like everybody likes picking on Romans.
Nice. Where does it take place? PA?
Slippery Rock. That's in Pennsylvania.
Wow. That's so freaking
Mm-hmm.
fun. Okay, yeah. So the reason why I was on pain is because I want to like write down all the things so we can have a visual here. Whoops, let's go back here.
Oh
Okay,
man,
so that's
if you're
amazing.
Yang Gang, if you're Yang Gang and you do LARPing, like you better hit me up because I will gladly share a drink
Oh.
socially with you there.
You heard it here, folks. Get on it.
Oh my gosh, it is so much fun.
That's
And it's
awesome.
relatively cheap too to attend.
How much it like? Yeah. So how many days is it?
For a whole week? For a whole week, it's like $85.
Really? Oh my
Yeah,
god.
depends on the camp. If your camp has like a camp due, but my camp due is only like $10-15. So like it's like $90 for a whole week camping at this campground.
So where do you guys sleep? Like, is it like a whole like village type situation or what?
It's basically a campground, but everybody sets up their own like medieval style like tents and stuff, and yeah, it's really fun. Like, and every other year we have this event called Thunderdome. Basically, like it's like a fight pit, and like they serve alcohol, and you get these chips that you can gamble with, and then if you win more, you can get more alcohol. Like, it's a blast. Like, it's just a huge social, like outside of fighting in the daytime. It's like nighttime, very big social event.
That's amazing.
It's so much fun. It's so much fun. I'll have to share some videos on my YouTube channel if you guys are interested, like in seeing some of that stuff.
Oops. Yeah, go for it. Listen, this is what I told Fred because before like a month ago, Fred was not doing that much on his YouTube channel. And I was like, Fred, listen, if you just like do like a video of you eating a burger, talking about whatever the hell is on your mind, people will love that because they just want to know, they just want to see you. You know, it's like no matter what it is, people are interested in you. So I recommend the same thing. You know, it's like just show people like your life, and it may seem boring, but like people are into it. Trust me.
If actually, if just before we switch to the last thing,
Yeah.
actually, I have it saved on my YouTube. There's a video of me on YouTube, doing it.
Oh.
Yes, it's very, very short, but it's funny. It's super funny. Let me go to my liked videos because I know I liked it because I thought it was hilarious. It is okay, so go to YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Now this is my first year ever doing it. It's like 3 years ago. But it was,
YouTube and okay, let's just do this. On your channel, correct?
no, it's not on my channel.
Oh, okay. So what should I put?
So go to the search bar.
Yep.
And type Ragnarok.
Obviously, I love Lonzo, right? You guys didn't. And baby metal. Hey, anyways, continue.
Okay, type in Ragnarok.
All right. Mm-hmm.
And then space, and then type exactly how did I say it? XXXII.
Uh-oh. That's it?
And then parentheses, or not parentheses, like the two dots. Or is that parentheses? Or it's like the two dots.
33.
No, I don't mean like two dots. It's like one above the other. I can't remember the.
Oh, the colon.
Okay. Colon, yeah. I couldn't remember the fucking name. And then type in Monday scenario.
Should I space it like Monday?
Yeah. Space Monday scenario.
Wait, I think I'm spelling that right. Well, no, that's definitely wrong. Scenario, I think. Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Oh, there it is.
Boom. Okay. Now click on that video.
The first one?
Yeah, the first one.
Okay.
Now, instantly pause it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now go down to the comments.
Okay. Oh, that's you. Oh my god. It's only you. It's
Yeah.
1,000 views. What the heck?
Yeah. I time stamped it on purpose so I could always come back and so go click that 308. Click it.
Wait. Oh, should I have sound?
You could.
I could. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, let me put the
Oh
sound
my
on.
gosh, it is so funny.
Computer sound
You just see me running behind a bunch of people backstabbing them. It is so funny.
Oh, wait, sorry. Wait, it's a timestamp, right?
Yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah, and then you see all these Romans charge through because I backstabbed all these people.
Oh my god. This is so like. This looks so fun.
It is so much fun.
And this is in PA.
Is in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. So which one are you?
All of us Romans just charge through. All those red people in red. That's my camp.
Who's the other camp?
There's like a bunch of other camps. Like
okay.
just Rome is very popular in the sense that you can't miss us because we're wearing bright red.
I see.
And we're one of the bigger and more like veteran groups of the entire game. So everybody likes to shit on Rome and fight Rome.
Oh yeah, they're like, fuck you guys. Think you have it all.
I mean, Rome historically has always kind of been the bad guys anyway.
Yeah, understandable. It's freaking funny as hell.
I like this better.
Well,
That's all I wanted to say. That was so much fun.
This is just amazing. I mean, and you really are the only. I'm gonna for the only comment. Oh my god. Right. Okay.
So yeah, that's one of the other hobbies. Like.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So let me get caught up real quick. This eye looks so dopey. Okay. Video game. Sorry, that looks kind of wonky. I'm sorry. Okay, and then Larvae. Give me one moment. Yeah. Let me do that little like green situation. So I feel like oh my god, it looks ugly. Whatever, let's deal with that. Larvae. I'll do all of my mouse, guys. I'm sorry. You know what? I would definitely want to have because I do a lot of art and stuff, and I do have like Clip Studio Paint. I would definitely want to get one of those like pads or whatever. Okay. So what's the next one?
Probably dancing.
Okay. See, this is where it's gonna get interesting. Yeah.
Because I think I've told you before, I like to do industrial dancing.
Exactly. I assume that you have 10. That's like if you don't have 10, I'll just change it. But I was like, wait a minute, does he really have 10? Yeah.
Oh no, I was like, it was like 4 or 5.
Oh, whoops. Well, okay. We'll just pretend. Dancing. So industrial specifically.
Yeah, that's my dance style.
Industrial. So what are the artists that you like to dance to or song?
My original inspiration for industrial dancing was from Eisenfunk.
No idea what that is.
It was specifically from this one song called Pong. And it's an industrial song about playing Pong.
Oh my! Wow, that's like the nerdiest. That's hilarious.
It's really upbeat. And then there's a song that I really love when they play at the bar. It's a remix of Lady Gaga's Telephone, mixed with the backbeat of Du Hast by Rammstein.
Lovely.
Oh God, I get fucking down.
This is why man, we're gonna have a good time in Atlanta because we have to dance. We definitely should do a video, of course. that's a no-brainer. Because as you know, I did the video. I have to post that. Wow, but I danced right next to Yang when he was like taking pictures, and I'm like here dancing to my K-pop and stuff, having a grand old time. So we'll do something similar, definitely.
I would say probably after dancing would probably have to be. I think he's performing after that. I think that's the last thing I
Okay,
might
cool.
do. I think so.
Okay. Well, hey, wait a minute. Will you consider that like roller skating and unicycling all performing?
Well, I can't technically count unicycle or not unicycling, roller skating as its own thing because I have not gotten them yet.
Oh, duh.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that was something I was investing in to perform in. So I think we should be performing.
Okay, yeah. Alrighty, cool. That's umbrellas, couple of things. But yeah, typically in performing, blah blah. Okay. So when did you get into so how did that happen? Like what made you like, okay, this is what I love, this is what I'm good at. What made you feel that way? Is it like just like you grew up and you're like, yeah, it was like a movie that you saw or whatever?
It was more or less like I've always had a knack towards like being a social butterfly, but like my personality always conflicted with it. So when I went to the local goth scene, I it was more welcoming and opening, and I really unleashed my like extroverted side. And you gotta think, this is like the kind of scene where like you could wear barely any clothes, and it was like very socially accepted there.
Lovely. Yeah.
So like I mean, it was a very open crowd. Like,
that's
so
good.
I felt as if someone can walk around with like those like nipple pasties, like and no ball, like then I can maybe let loose, like in terms of like not being shy.
Well, okay, so I guess it's around like you're like 18 or 19 that you decide to go to these places and stuff.
No, actually, I actually was a late bloomer in terms of like my personality. Like, this didn't happen until like 23, 24.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
I mean,
how
I've
old are
always
you
like
again?
in terms of like the cards and video games, that was my whole life. But everything else on that list was all done after like 24. I'm actually 26 now.
Oh, okay.
Like 23, 24. Yeah, I've been in the library for 3 years, so yeah, at least
Nice.
since I was 24. So
hey, I don't think that's even that late, honestly. But that's so amazing.
Yeah, I don't think everybody knows what they want out of life, like by 18, 19, 20, 21.
No,
like,
that's why I hate free school, because they make you feel like you're a piece of shit if you don't know exactly what you want to do. And like,
yeah, no, exactly. But no, performing I actually got into by the goth scene, because I started I originally started industrial dancing by watching those videos, the music videos for Pong and a few other industrial ones.
Yeah.
I started dancing to get on my shell, and then I bought a Pixel Whip to perform with, or on like at the bar because I was allowed there. And then this girl who I was really good friends with was like, "Hey, I'm starting a performing troupe. Like, would you want to audition? I know you really love that, LED stuff." And I was like, "Yeah, I'd audition." And then we were really good friends, so she actually was like, "Yeah, like you're definitely gonna make the team." And I was like, "Oh, sweet."
Oh my god.
So I wasn't really highly experienced with anything other than doing like very, very limited things. But then we were fortunate enough to have like classes. She would like hire people in to come do classes and stuff. And then I learned how to do unicycling. Then I learned how to do stilt walking. And then like it is all kind of like rampage from there. And now I'm like working like haunted house attractions. I'm working at Cedar Point now. Like,
yeah,
it's like it's all blown up.
Wow. That's so
that.
freaking
Like,
dope, dude.
LARPing was more or less the product of me moving away from my hometown finally. And I met the Blarpers at this golf bar too. And I just went to practice one day, and I'm like, cause like back when I like right after high school, me and my few buddies, you remember when those Nerf swords were really popular? Like the Nerf swords.
Yeah.
Yeah. When they were really popular at Walmart, we like a few of us buddies went out and we like sword fought in the middle of the night at like the ballpark, like nerdy, like. But like yeah, like once I went to one of those LARPing practices, it was like right like that kind of atmosphere again, but it wasn't like so. It was more welcoming than not so out of left field, I guess.
Yeah, like you guys knew what the deal was.
Yeah, and then like I just kind of joined their group, and the social aspect was really fun. Like even outside the fighting, and every year just gets better and better and better.
Wow. And yeah, being from a small town, like I guess it's a small town where you're from, like it's again that breath of fresh air is like, wow, people actually get me and they understand me.
Yeah, because like there wasn't much creativity in my hometown, but like like I said, it was really it didn't fit my personality type. Because I have a really bubbly out there, like to kind of go do stuff that's not so like socially.
Not just going to the mall or like going to like Cheesecake Factory.
No, I'm
or
not
whatever.
joking. Like the thing to do in my hometown was to go to Walmart and hang out. That was the common thing to do. Like
I believe you. Yeah.
It's so boring.
Yeah. I get like I'm like near the place where I used to live, but Newark, Delaware is where I grew up mainly, and like it really was just like our mall and like the skating ring, but like I didn't really like to skate that much, so I was like, fuck that shit, I'm just gonna go to the mall. Who the hell is calling me? Oh, Nick, god damn it. Okay, sorry Nick, give me one moment. But yeah, like actually our mall in Delaware is like one of the most profitable malls, like an A- mall because of the no sales tax here in Delaware.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Yep. Well, I know it's not that lovely, but I tried my best.
That's good.
I can be way better than that. Oh, did you see basically my life, yeah. Did you see my Instagram?
Yes, I did.
What do you think about it?
Lovely.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I've been drawing for a while, so like when I say like I'm an artist, that's one of the things I talk about. That and like I just love to create anything. And
actually, I went to go to Instagram to look at your thing real fast, and I just forgot to mention that originally my plan was to, as a performer, to go to California and learn a new method from oh my gosh, what's it called? It was a new method of, well, actually one. How do I get back to the, oh my gosh, I just closed this Zoom. Okay, there we go.
oh yeah, let me go.
There we go.
Stop sharing screen.
Yeah. But one of the reasons why I became a performer was because of one of two girls. One was the performer or the girl who auditioned me. The second was this girl named Panda, who
That's a wonderful name.
Yeah. Well, that's her stage name. She does masochist performing.
I love that. I think I'm definitely a part of the BDSM crowd there.
Oh yeah, like me too, 100%. But like hers was
like hardcore
masochism performing. And what I mean by that is like one of her famous acts is she takes like a super long steel nail, puts it in her nose, and does a hammer. And she hammers.
Wow.
And she'll take a staple gun and she'll have like one of her things is like a crowd involvement. She'll have people like donate money, but like she'll let her use a staple gun, like the metal clickers, and she'll let people staple the money to her body.
Nice. And it's like completely real?
Yes, completely real.
Nice.
There's like these miniature bear traps that she'll put her hand in, and like it's all like a dangerous stunt kind of act, but it's a masochism act. And like she's the one who also like gave me motivation to do it. And she actually told me if I came down to California, she would teach me, but only in person. So whenever I eventually make my way back out to California, she's gonna teach me that.
Oh my God. You are, oh my God. All of these things, man. You never fail to surprise me.
I do my best.
Wow. Oh my God, dude. Yeah. So, bottom line, people, like, come on now, just support this man. He's amazing. Yeah, I honestly don't even like. It's freaking raining. Ugh, gross. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted. But yeah, I mean, there's plenty of things we have in store for you guys. And all of it is to help. Really, I mean, we love Yang, of course, but even Yang will say, yeah, like I'm just trying to help you guys. So it's kind of like we want to like make sure everybody is good. In order to do that, we really have to be out there and like, talk to people, show our love and our enthusiasm for the vision that Yang has for America, and then hopefully for the rest of the world too, because I know the international Yang gang is super into what's happening here, obviously, because it's America.
I see a lot of comments on people's channels where like you get a lot of international people that want to donate, but obviously with Yang's campaign, you can't like foreignly donate money. So it's like
Yeah.
if you want to donate, like if you like, I see like someone post like, and this is on Kai's video at the time. It's like if you want to donate, like donate to Kai so he can go do like, travel and stuff. Like if you're a foreign thing and you can't directly be involved in like donating, like if you want to help, like especially as content creators, you want us like give you more
Yeah.
coverage and more footage, or like how you're saying to me, if you want to see more crazier stuff happen, give it the content creators, or give I know like Paget does like a thing, I think it's if you give her a donation she can get you merch or something like that, like
Okay.
I think it's something like that where like it's like something that she can provide these
It's like a trade-off, I guess.
yeah, it's like a trade-off or something like that. Yeah, but like, yeah, no,
Gotcha.
there's ways
Huh.
of donating to like us or the campaign without directly going through the campaign. Like,
Yeah, exactly. No, I mean, yeah, like people like Nerds for Yang, Tom, PSP, us, even going smaller, Boys. I mean, any of these people, like these guys are holding everything together. Like, trust me, I'm like on the ground a lot, and like I'm telling you guys, like, it's people are working so incredibly hard. So yeah, if you are international, like if you want to help, it's a great way to like contact the content creators themselves, because we, even though we're not working for the campaign, well, I probably might actually, but even though we're not like we're volunteering our time, like any little bit helps, because we want to do as much as we possibly can to help as well, like you guys. It's just lucky that we actually are born here and we are able to do this shit. Yeah. So yeah, it definitely be worth your while.
didn't Kai specifically only go to Ohio because he got that fundraiser?
Yeah, exactly. So basically, when he got that fundraiser, I saw a video, and I've been following him for a while, and I've been trying to DM him for a while. I'm like, he hasn't been responding, so I don't know if he's busy or what. But when he got he got two $500 donations on Cash App, just like randomly. I mean, he was asking for donations, but that's what happened. And so and the couple, he's been getting more, like he was already getting donations already, like about like 200 or so. But since he got that extra like $1,000, he was able to go
Oh
to
yeah.
Ohio. So I tweeted at him like, listen, like congratulations on your donations. Just letting you know that we're gonna be doing something in Ohio with the content creators. If you're able to come, let's come. And I tagged Boyce and Fred, and Boyce got on there, and he was like, okay, let me interview Kai. So that's what happened. He interviewed Kai on his channel, and Boyce kind of like finished it off. He's like, okay, like because he talked to Boyce, he was on board with like going with us. So actually because of me that he got there. So, but yeah, that's really why he was able to go, because of his donations. So
And now Kai, I know Kai in a lot of his videos, he talked about his experiences there, what he sees. So he wouldn't be able to
yes,
give that kind of content if those
yes.
people didn't like help him out. So like there's like that's the big emphasis is if
Want
like
your money. Like Mr. Krabs. No.
If you want to donate money towards
Yeah,
the campaign, giving it to a lot of help on the ground support does wonders because it allows us to put out more content and more it gives it more like all the pictures that were at the rally, I didn't go, but I saw all the pictures of like
the pre-debate rally.
Going through. I saw all the people
Dude,
that got me. I'm like,
I'm telling you right now, it was a freaking riot. We tore up the place. I wish you were there. We were freaking chanting like Thomas Paine. That's how crazy it got. Like it was really crazy. Yeah.
Oh, Atlanta's gonna be crazier.
Holding our dollar bills, or the giant $1,000 bills that I also brought as well.
Is anybody carrying money bags and going on saying secure the bag?
Okay. I don't think so. I do know people that have the totes, like they secure the bad little tote bags. But as for like the traditional, like carrying around a bunch of a bag, that I don't know.
Just get a brown bag and fill it with Monopoly money and just like.
Yeah, I don't know, but that would be another great idea. We can have that on the parade in Atlanta. And maybe we will have people on like scooters and stuff, also like behind the truck and you and all this stuff. There's a lot of things that we can do. Yeah, I'm just so excited. I'm just glad that we're definitely making progress because I am in contact with like the primary, the leaders of Atlanta. It changed a little bit because Lacey, that used to be the primary contact, is now working for the campaign. So it shifted a bit, but we'll definitely make sure, like, because I've been to Atlanta before, not doing stuff, but I was there to first go to the my little road trip with like Rob and some other people. So I'm comfortable with going there again, and I just can't. Like I said, so Kai will be there, me, Mac, Rob, Boyce, Tom, Sujith for his birthday. I don't know how old he is, but we'll find out. And some other people. I know that PSP and Pageant, they can't like travel all the time, so it's good that they'll be able to go to Yangapalooza and stuff. But yeah, it's gonna be still the local, either the local yanking or the people that just are like me and they travel and they're like crazy and they just do this for a living. Oh yeah. Whoa, that was a freaking 2-hour discussion. I love it though.
we always
dude
know how to keep a conversation going.
Me and Mag talk. I felt so bad because I fell asleep, but me and Mag started talking at midnight and we didn't stop talking until 3 a.m. in the morning. I was sitting here in my bed like, yeah, I was trying to wrap it up. By the way. You what?
I was doing dishes, by the way.
You were doing for 3 hours.
And then I had my chocolate chip waffle.
Yeah, I wish I could have some. That sounds freaking amazing. I've never been. Oh, okay. I have to put some on the list. When we go to Atlanta, we'll go to a Waffle House together because I really have never gone before. I really have never come.
Funnily enough, then we brought up my card game addiction. We actually had a tradition after every Friday Night Magic, we would go to a Waffle House. That was the tradition. Every Friday night was Waffle House.
So Waffle House, karaoke,
oh my gosh,
yes. And then some other stuff. Oh, Fred wants to have a whole like wants to like meet up with like Atlanta rappers and like have like a after party. I'm like, okay, like we'll see what we can do. Okay.
If I get paid for my Halloween gigs I've done so far here recently, I'll order those LED skates and I'll bring them to Atlanta.
Yeah,
that's not the surprise, by the way. If that's what you guys are thinking, that's not the surprise.
It's not. Oh, but you shall see. Yeah, it's gonna be packed. So if you want to order your tickets now, since they're cheap, go for it.
Probably going to. I'll probably try to order them. That's okay, right? Because the time frame I linked you earlier, that was the appropriate time. That should be fine. Okay, then yeah, I think we'll order it today.
Yay! And I'll make sure tonight. It's gonna be weird for me because I'll probably be in like Las Vegas at that point in time. So I'm gonna be traveling from Las Vegas. I think I don't want to get my ticket now, just make sure I'm not at the wrong place. But Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that we at least are in the airport around the same time, so it's easier for people to pick us up and stuff.
I think mine said I'd be there around like 11 a.m.
How? On the 19th?
Yes.
Yeah, that's good. There's a lot of time. Because already Atlanta Rob is already there. He lives there, so we'll definitely just rock with him and like have
I
fun.
wanted to make sure I didn't get there like later than everybody else and everybody would wait on me. I want to make sure I get there at a good time.
Yeah, that's what happened to me in like Ohio. Even though I went to carpool, but it's just like my ride like left late, so we got there late. I felt so bad. I'm like, oh my god, like, but I got there just in time. I came to the Airbnb just in time when like Kai and Bush were all leaving. I'm like, oh wait, I'm here, wait. So that at like 11 a.m. at night, but still, that's why like going earlier the better.
But in Atlanta, Georgia, we're doing this earlier in the day.
Yeah, we're gonna go. Well, here's the thing. Like, obviously, we're gonna like have like our after party stuff later on at night. But it's good that we're there earlier because we'll have like lunch and we'll like do whatever.
Yeah, I think that'd be really.
Yeah.
Brunch at Waffle House.
Brunch with the Yang Gang.
Brunch at Waffle House.
Oh, wait. Okay, that's a good point. What's the best time to go at Waffle House?
Any time of the day. That's what.
Really? Okay. Wait.
It's a Tuesday. Okay. If it's a weekend, it's really bad to go at night because then drunk people go at Waffle House.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, I think we're good because the 19th is midday, or I'm sorry, not midday. I'm losing my mind. Is midweek. Yeah, you're right. Tuesday. Yeah. Good. Ooh, I can't wait. Okay, we have to get the hell out of here because we were tripping. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll send Mac this portion or this whole recording in case you want to like cut it up or do whatever you want. It'll be like for
2
me.
hours. I'll let it be on it.
Yes, that's what I'll do too. I'll be the whole 2-hour marathon with Mac. Yeah, guys. If you have any more questions, comments, or concerns for us, just let us know. I'll have all the links that I mentioned in the video down below. And we just really appreciate you. What the hell is happening?
I got my phone.
This is why I have to
Hi,
go.
I'm Mackadee, and I dropped my phone during live interviews. And this is the album.
Oh my god. Yeah. So thank you guys for coming here. Any last comments for you, Mac?
Keep up the Yang Gang work. I mean, we're doing that Yang Gang hustle, and I appreciate y'all keeping it up.
Yeah, you guys are working super hard. We appreciate all of you guys. Okay, thank you so much for being here. For like, if you made it this far, like you're a trooper. So we love you.
You're a real Yang Gang if you made it this far.
You're a real one. All right, guys. Have a good evening, morning, night, whatever, and take care. Okay. Bye.
Bye.